Let's begin. So we've got Jund Death Shadow, and Calcium's giving us the lowdown because this is Calcium's BioLeague list here today. If that's something you'd be interested in, link down below for YouTube folks, and in the chat, exclamation point tip and donate, I think are the commands that I've put it under. Anyway, this is the Jund Death Shadow. We've seen this actually be a very prominent card combination here, a lot more than Grixis Death Shadow lately. And it's probably just because it's just a little more aggressive. In this version, we have Hex Drinkers instead of Swift Spears. So we'll see how that does in terms of being aggressive. This list is probably more, and as Calcium's kind of saying, a lot more grindy. It's almost, when you look at the flavors of Jund, right? You have Rakdos, which is more aggressive. It's just going to hit face and go for it. But then you have Golgari or the green-black side, and that usually is a lot more grindy, a lot more interactive, and we're seeing a little more of that green flair here. Not so much in that we don't have ways to interact in the main. We have Assassin's Trophy sideboard, but because we have these Hex Drinkers, Death Shadows, these cards that are going to probably stick around, and Lurrus to go grab them back. So it's got kind of almost more of a green-black flair to the Death Shadow variant than those red and blue splashes. Red also opens us up to Lightning Bolts and Temur Battle Rage rather than just being straight green-black Death Shadow, which there's probably something out there. You could play less Lightning Bolts, more Abrupt Decays, and maybe not Temur Battle Rage, but Dark Confidant or something like that. Would be an interesting spin on the Death Shadow variations. Red also gives us Kroxa, Angrass, Rampage, and Cleansing Wildfire, and these are good, just artifacts, sacrifice, or planeswalker sacrifices. We've got some nice land destruction if we run into Tron. And then Kroxa is just a nice grindy card as well. In fact, I almost would want one Kroxa in here over a Hex Drinker personally. Having 4 Hex Drinkers, we'll see how often we get them and how often we're having to pump them to at least 3 in order to get it out of, say, a Bolt or Fatal Push range. Calcium, thank you so much for supporting the stream by buying a league. And I think with that, let's get into our match. It's a Jund Death Shadow. I don't think there's too much left. I've called it Jund Pox. It's not Jund Pox. Make sure this is the right one. Let's rename it really quick. Jund Death Shadow. Cool. Let's go. Good luck with the week. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure what Death Shadow's worst matchups are. It could be big decks like Tron could probably be a problem game 1, and then we only have Cleansing Wildfire and Assassin's Trophies game 2 and game 3. So that could be a problem. Prowess and or Burn is going to be an interesting matchup, which I'm not sure I'll be as well versed in, but we're going to give it a run at it. I think something that's the mid-range or even another Jund Death Shadow list, obviously it's 50-50. I think we can definitely manage that. So hopefully I do the list proud here. Heliod makes sense, gain all the life. Prowess to me makes sense, and Tron. Yeah, Tron for sure. Tron for sure because I can't maybe fetch shock and kill myself enough with the damage to myself in order to get a big enough Death Shadow before my opponent's just slamming in with the big spicy Karns. Titan can be tricky. All right. I can see. Well, but we have some Thoughtseize Inquisitions to really slow them down. But Heliod giving lifelink to my creatures is just a win, right? It would be a perfect win. What's up, Lucas? How's it going? How is it going? GG's? GG's. Let's play a match here. All right, Armstrong is 1-1. We're 0-0. Starting things off. They've got the Bottle Gnomes. We're going to declare Lurrus here. And off we go. All right, we have Tarmogoyf. Temur Battle Rage is a little weird, but we have 2 removals and a way to draw more cards. I think we can keep this. We got Lurrus here as well. I'm going to pop Lurrus out. Lurrus is just going to be a little bit off screen for you all, but this is my reminder that I have Lurrus. Actually, I'm going to make Lurrus a little bigger for me. There we go. A little bit off. I'll put it here once I play land. All right, Verdant Catacombs, pass the turn. Just plop that right there. Island, Witching Well. All right, well, I think I'm gonna wanna fetch and shock here, right? Witching Well can be a little bit more combo-esque. Could be a Thopter Boundary style list. Put one card on top and one card on bottom. All right, take our draw here. Draw is Scourge. It's a good follow-up after I do some Goyf action here. We'll play Goyf pass turn. This is definitely the mixture of cards, these two creatures, and doing some damage here that can really benefit us. Goblin Engineer. All right, this is good. We'll Fatal Push that and move on. Playing Scourge and attacking because we'll have creature, artifact, land, instant. Ho ho ho, big Goyf. I like this. Ooh, and a Death Shadow. All right, we're not quite there on the Death Shadow stuff. Let's go ahead and Fatal Push. I could theoretically Dismember here, but I think that the Scourge here is just fine, and I don't think we're gonna maybe need this Death Shadow. We'll see, we'll see. This is gonna only be a 4/4 because that's where I'm at. We can make it a 5/5. We do a lot here. If they shock in here as well, that would be best for us. Jund Death Shadow. Basic Grixis Witching Well. Interesting. Okay. Wouldn't mind Dismember here. Pentad Prism for 2 Sunburst. Okay. Nile Spellbomb. Okay. I don't quite kill them, though it's very close. It's very close. This can go to 5 and I can double strike it to do 10. This is 4. It's 14. A favorite of yours? Making red mana. Galvanic Blast, the Scourge here. That does kill it. All right. Hey, Odysseus, welcome back. Welcome back. All right, let's play Bobble here. Guess I'm cool with checking what they're doing. Spire. Attack for 4 here and put a Lurrus to hand, I suppose. Yeah, it definitely feels like a get Lurrus turn here. And top deck was another Tarmogoyf. Okay. Seems decent. It's Polluted Delta. 3 mana. Ensnaring Bridge. Do I have an out main? Do I have an out main? I have some bolts. I have some bolts. Okay, so we're gonna have to find the bolts, it looks like. So let's not shock in or shock in. We can shock in. I think we'll be okay doing that. Gonna Lurrus and start drawing some cards here. Yeah, we need all 4 of them. Well, we'll see if my opponent takes 2 more damage, but we'll see. There's a Spell Bomb as well that they can use. Spell Bomb initiated. Alright, I've got to find some bolts here, but this is our out. Bridge is a thing. Pass the turn. Actually. Now we'll pass. I mean, I guess a 1/1 Death Shadow could get through if I would have played it. Spire. I kind of like to have the option of this member here. All right, my opponent's got Sword of the Meek and Thopter here, so this probably means we're dead. Because they'll gain enough life here and they can always keep their hand at 0. By keeping their hand at 0 and also going above 12 here, my bolt plan won't work. Take a draw here. There's bolt number 1. I'll let my opponent do a few more Thopter things here, and then we'll see what we're at. That bridge was pretty good. That bridge was pretty good. If they do this 2 more times, we'll concede and go to game number 2. I need ways to interact with that. Gonna need them. Attacks for 1 in the air. So this is what it feels like to get bridged with Death Shadow. Grixis Wurza kind of looks like it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and concede here. I don't believe I can get through this bridge and they have the Thopters online. Let's go. So, Soul Guide Lantern seems okay for their combo. Angrass Rampages seems okay, as does Assassin's Trophy. I mean, I guess Unravel, right? I guess Unravel would make sense. There are blue colors. Veil's interesting. Okay. I don't think I need all of this, but this is the stuff I'm going to initially look at. To me, Fatal Pushes aren't very good here at all. Neither are the Dismembers. My opponent could have Urza, though, and they could also have Emery, so I may keep the Dismembers. I think Hexdrinker might be a little slow here as well. We could probably take some of those out. Unearth is interesting, but maybe not worth it. Let them just spot remove everything. So that's 8. 8 plus the 2 with Dismember would be all of this. The question is this overkill or not? Is this overkill? I mean, I think the top 6 are required. The top 6, these 6 are required because if they do a bridge, we need to be able to get rid of the bridge. So this is like mandatory in. And I think it's going to be Fatal Pushes and probably the Unearths out first. The question is Dismember and Hexdrinker worth anything with the Soul Guide Lantern or the Veil? Opponent's playing the Goblin, Engineer version. So they ETB and then they can get one piece or the other. Which would be maybe a reason to keep a pair of Fatal Pushes in over maybe the Hexdrinkers. Because we have to interact with that creature. We do have the Assassins, and if we do have the Soul Guide Lantern, that's a way to interact with that strategy. Kind of like the idea of the Soul Guide Lanterns over the Hexdrinkers and not worry about the Engineer so much because I also have the bolts that I could throw at them. I think Temur Battle Rage is maybe an option here as well. Temur Battle Rage is probably decent for trying to end the game. It's good to end the game quicker, making me want this Veil only over this if I think I'm gonna get countered. But I think I wanna try to finish the game quicker. We don't want this game to go long, and they're not necessarily gonna counter too much. They'll have that probably improvised artifact one. So this is my guess here. This is what we'll try. This feels like a little bit of a rough matchup. All right. Inquisition steals something. This gets Overgrown Tomb. I can't cast Assassins, but I could do Angrass, Dismember, and Hexdrinker. I don't think I'm disappointed with this hand. It's got a lot of interaction, which feels somewhat correct if I've got this Hex Drinker going. All right. Let's go get that Overgrown too. And Inquisition. See what's up. All right, Witching, Nile Spellbomb, and there's that Metallic Rebuke. Okay. Well, I think I just take the Rebuke. Do I care about the Spellbomb? It's annoying. These are just Serum Visions, basically. I think I just gotta take the Rebuke, and we'll just slap down a Hex Drinker and start adding up the counters on it, right? Island play, Witching Well played, Scry goes. Scry goes. One on top, one on bottom. I actually don't mind a land here. We find ourselves a Scourge. Let's play Hex Drinker. Let's pump it once and pass turn. If I could get this to 3, I would feel fairly safe here. Flooded Strand. We might see Witching and Nile Spellbomb. Could use one more land here. Steam Vents. Shocks it in. There's the Goblin Engineer. Okay. They put a Thopter Foundry in the yard. Alright, so we do have a Verdant Catacombs. That's nifty. That's nifty. I could dismember this and play Scourge down this turn. I could also double down on Hex Drinker so they can't remove it in the future. We know it's Witching Well, Polluted Delta, Spellbomb, and then something else. And they opted to go get Foundry instead of the Sword. Huh. I kind of feel like this is Angrath's Rampage territory. Sorry, no, Dismember territory and get the Scourge down here, and then pump into Hex Drinker next turn. I could have drawn the Sword, but then why put this in there? Let's go ahead and nail that. I think I want to attack for 2 here and put a Scourge into play. We have a little more black. I don't want to take any more damage here either. We're at 12. There we go. All right, so now they have a Scourge to deal with. They've got a Hex Drinker that I'll probably level up here. As long as they don't do anything too crazy. I have ways to remove creatures that get in my way and ways to get rid of a bridge. It would be hard to get rid of the bridge with Angrath's with the Witching Well, so this is just going to turn into an Edict effect. Polluted Delta. Could have fetched Shock to make this a little bit bigger. I sort of like having the basic, though. Another Goblin Engineer, so this is where this Edict effect comes into play. They're just going to go get a Thopter. We have Witching Well and Nile Spellbomb and a random card. Gets an Ensnaring Bridge. All right. Plays Witching Well. So Spellbomb plus something else. Soul Guide Lantern would be pretty sweet here. Bottom and tops with the Scry. Okay. It's a Blood Crypt. Let's shock in. Let's go ahead and make them sacrifice a creature. We can level this up twice. And attack. We'll do this so we hit for a total of 10. And we have them dead next turn. Haven't used Lurrus this game. Got the Assassin's Trophy. Flooded Strand, Nile Spellbomb, one unknown card here. This is a sacrifice and draw 2 cards, but it would cost them all of their mana. We're presenting lethal in many nasty ways. This one's harder to kill. 1 bridge is already down here. I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I think we figured this one out. Gonna make it 1-1. Go to game 3. Say they play Urz's here. That would be completely fine. Spell Bomb. We're gonna go for a redraw. Go for that redraw. What's up, Shock? Looks like they're gonna redraw. There goes our graveyard. Nothing important down there. This is not a spicy list, but this is Calcium's list. Calcium might have words with you. Opponent fails here on their draw. What's up, Camber? Ooh. Okay. How dare you? Hexdrinker was pretty good there. We did like the Dismember, though, and it was important to have the Fatal Push style approach to killing their Engineer. They went kind of hard on that. That being said, we have this many options, really, against that. You could even argue the Soul Guide Lantern. So we have 12 options to hit that. We've got to keep ourselves on this plan, and we actually even have a little bit more if we hit the discard. So I think this has got to be enough interaction here. For Terragrid for the Rampage. I think we're pretty good. I want the Fatal Push, but I think that's going to be bringing too much back, and I think we're okay. I think we're okay. We're sending it. We're sending it. Come on. We can get this W. Come on. Let's start the night off strong. I already feel like we've started off somewhat strong. I mean, they locked us out, and then we beat them once, so... You know. That's something. Lurrus declared. Ooh, haha, the one lander. The one lander. No interaction for... Ooh, this is tough. I get 2 draws at this. Please no. Please no. Calcium saying keep it. Calcium saying keep it. We have 20 lands. 20 lands, 2 draws. Dismember, Bolt. Don't listen to you. You're the one that asked. We have no way to get red and green here. I kind of want to keep it because I think it would be decent here. I'm going to hit that land. We feel confident in hitting that land. We got this. Just a Spire. Spire Star. Easy. Easy mode. Land. Right here. It's practically a land. We can double check us. Angrath's Rampage is a no-no. Let's think here. We probably have... What do we have? More green to hit? Let's do the Overgrown Tomb here. I know that doesn't unlock Bolt here, but at least Dismember's here. We're going to get a draw, and then I get another draw. And we moved away the Angraths. All right, we do have 2 lands now. We're good. Bolt's not castable, but that's okay. Things are coming together. Nile's Spell Bomb. Easy. Uh-oh, I hope... Oh. Guess who else kept a 1-lander? Oh, we hit the red. I'm going to go get it right now. Put that Blood Crypt in. Yum, nom, nom. Tarmogoyf. Let's go. Opponent stumbles briefly here. Will we capitalize on this? You know, we'll play like Scourge down and then hold Bolt. Oh no, they're passing the turn. Take your draw. Make black draw again. No. Uh-oh. It's another land. All right, let's attack for 2. Attack for 2. Can't use an instant to kill this. It'll grow. I guess, well, Fatal Push, obviously. I'm thinking of Bolt. Fatal Push will get rid of this. I'll probably just follow this up with another Tarmogoyf if they do that. Thinking. We connect. If we connect here, I'm going to play, I think, just another Tarmogoyf. I like the other Tarmogoyf here. We can worry about Scourge next turn. Uh-oh. Talc Rebuke. Can they do that? Blue and improvise 2 here. Goyfugs all around. This is the Rebuke. Okay. Can't pay for that. All good. All you, opponent. All you. We can Lightning Bolt or Dismember here, which is super nice. Probably not going to do either, honestly. Probably just take a natural fetch here. Oh no, opponent. Keeping 1 landers, that's dangerous. Excluding us, we were fine. We were fine. Get a little more red and black here. Holding Bolt for a little bit longer. Ooh. The attack for 4. I'm gonna play Scourge down, leave Bolt and Dismember open again, I think. Ooh, we're drawing. We're drawing. Oh boy. Yeah, so this is definitely a Scourge turn. Play Scourge down. Kind of want to just Lightning Bolt now, but we'll save it. Part of me would like to play the Lantern, but I think I'm going to save it for when they play the Engineer, and then I can Lantern away whatever artifact they have that I don't care about. Unfortunately, a 1-lander for our opponent all the way here. Fatal Push. Fatal pushes our creature. At this point, I'll probably take a draw, honestly. Just take our draw. My opponent's failed to find their lands for forever here. It's not ideal. Play a Scourge down here. We'll attack for 4, pass turn, and then we have Temur Battle Rage plus Lightning Bolt to end this game next turn. Should be enough here, especially with the Scourge. Opponent just does not find their other land here. Got to draw with the Nile Spellbomb. Never uses Chromatic Star here. And this is the non-game of the evening. A bit unlucky. Bit unlucky. There you go. We get it. 1-0. That's a good start. It's a good start. Picking up an Inquisition's not bad. We can take a peek here. We got the Temur Battle Rage. We can hit one of these. Probably hit this one. Hit him for 7. Lightning Bolt, and we got him. Yeah, a little unfortunate for our opponent. But hey, a win for us. And we got a little bit lucky. We both kept 1-landers. We just happened to find our lands, and our opponent did not. Starting strong. Can't complain. Usually we start with a loss, right? What does that mean? MTGO Shuffler may have been the MVP. If we did not fetch, it would be interesting if we didn't draw land. I have this conspiracy theory that it messes both lists up sometimes. Just some people keep like 3 landers and the other keeps a 1 lander and no one draws a land for 4 turns. Just a possible outcome. Just saying. Doing the Jund Death Shadow thing though, this is going to be a very strong, good mid-range style list. If you can't afford like true Jund, I think this is like your little kid version, little zoo, little kid version that I would. I mean, these aren't little kids. I mean, they become 7/7s and stuff. Little kid Jund. It kind of is. It kind of is because I guess Lurrus makes it the little kid Jund. Because little kid was for all the little like zoo creatures, right? That was kind of the gist of it. Play Dark Confidant sometimes and other small things. Wee little Jund. Wee Jund. Yeah. Let's make it happen. Giant Crayon Jund. Giant Crayon Jund. All right, match number 2 here, getting things going here this evening. Happy Wednesday to everybody. Welcome to the stream. If you're brand new, glad you could join us on your halfway through the week celebration. This was Viking. It was. We call them like buy lists, but yes, other terms are donation lists. We have 2 of them tonight. Yeah, and since Calcium was here, we're running Calcium's list first. The other one's Quiet. I don't know if Quiet will be around, but just running them. Grixis Control. Asterix Fluffy is not control player. Many punts won't get total value of your bot league, but might get some laughs. All right, 1 lander here. Goif, Thoughtseize, Hex Drinker. We're on the draw. It worked out last time. Clearly, we should do it again. We're gonna keep. We can cast everything too if we get a land. And my opponent mulligans to 6. What's not to like? We just Thoughtseize them and win the game. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm really nervous now. Land. I guess I still Thoughtseize. I could play the Hex Drinker down. I guess we can try that. Hex Drinker for damage. Oh no, don't Searing Blaze me. Oh my gosh, if they have Searing Blaze. Swift Spear. Okay. Alright, I'm not... Swift Spear. Okay. Oh, just slams in. We get the land. Alright, block the Goblin Guide. Okay. Okay, we can make ourselves look a bit like... I think we can do this. I just go get a basic here, right? I'll get a basic forest here so I can Inquisition, Lightning Bolt, and another Swift Spear. I guess I just take the Lightning Bolt. I just battle the Swift Spear with my Tarmogoyf Skyclaves. Oh my gosh, they attack. They don't put the Swift Spear down. I'm blocking. Oh, here comes the Helix. I got wrecked. There's Boros Charm. All right. So here we play Tarmogoyf. I guess I Thoughtseize this away. Thoughtseize for 2 damage. If they were to get like a bolt here. Attack. Bolt. I mean, bolt and attack here kills me. Hey, there's Quiet. What's up? 6 months? Or 7 months? How's it going? If they just play this down and then attack, like with a Bolt or a Helix, I lose. I think I've got to play on the edge here and take this, because I think either way just is terrible for us. And we need them to only have like maybe an Eidolon or a creature or something. Okay. But even so, this is like super dangerous. I don't like our position. Do I just put Lurrus to hand here? We're obviously not shocking in here. Am I just putting the Lurrus to hand? I mean, Tarmogoyf can't attack here. If I play another Tarmogoyf for a Scourge here, it's not a bad idea. Probably the Scourge. My opponent whiffs here, then we what? Just... If I put another creature in, my opponent whiffs here, they can attack with everything. I would block Eidolon and something else. That wouldn't benefit them. I haven't even shown them the Scourge yet. Not that they think that matters too much here. Well, if I don't cast anything and they get to attack here, I block an Eidolon here and then I die to any spell anyway. Right? I mean, like, let's assume that I don't play anything. I block here and it's 2 damage in plus Bolt anyway. Like, this 2 damage just kills me. I have to play here. I wonder if I play Scourge to show them this, or do I play another Goyf and make them think that I'm just like some Golgari kind of variant here. Is 4-5 versus 5-5 gonna matter? What if I get a Temur Battle Rage? Won't matter because the Goyf's not big enough. I think we stay with the Goyf here and just make them think we're rock. Like, it looks like we're just paying to do this and we're just like Lurrus rock. Any burn spell kills me here. Okay. I'm gonna block Eidolon, right? Why wouldn't I block Eidolon? Hits for 1 and it's a, what is it? This skewer? There it is, yeah. Bummer. Bummer. It was sort of a miss. They just had too many creatures. And we did Thoughtseize one of them away too. Alright, we've made them think we're rock though, so maybe that benefits us. We don't have any Weather the Storms though. No Weather the Storms. So we can probably take out all the Thoughtseizes. And we probably just bring in like an Assassin's Trophy, maybe Angrath's Rampage. Just because these are removal spells. Could also do Kroxa here. Dismember may not be very important. We like bring this stuff in. I mean, Dismember could be a thing later in the game as well. I think this is probably fine. Fatal Push plus Lightning Bolt to kill most of the stuff. Angrath's Rampage and Assassin's Trophy, so we actually get 2 more removals than we previously did, and then we're playing Kroxa instead of a Thoughtseize. Seems good. Let's go. They have no idea we have red. They just think we're the rock. We hit it very well. Let's play first. Let's declare Lurrus. We can remain the rock. We can remain the rock here. I mean, it's a non-painful mana base. We've got a removal spell, an extra draw. I think we could keep this. I kind of want to commit the Hex Drinker here first. We can also see what we're drawing. We basically know what they're doing. All right, we're drawing a lightning bolt, which isn't very good, but we'll start with Hexdrinker pass turn. All right, a little Swift Spear here. Funny enough, if they attacked, I might actually just let it through. Now, do I eat my words and block this, or do I let this through? I think I let this through because I have the Fatal Push, and we're okay with taking a little bit of damage here. You don't want to take a lot, though. I'm going to pump this once. We're going to swing back. Go, go, go. Sunbaked Canyon here. Searing Blaze is a thing. Now I want to Fatal Push this. That way, this is out of here. Get out of there. Play that Eidolon. Rift Bolt suspended here. Ooh. Ooh. Pump once. I'm cool with pumping twice and seeing if they have a bolt. I mean, I have no way to protect this, so there's the bolt. We'll just pass the turn. All right, 19 to 17 here. Rift Bolt hits us. We have the ability to bolt something here as well, getting closer to our Death Shadow. Leveling up is a leveling up is a sorcery speed. All right, do I want to Fetch Shock? Fetch Shock 13 plus Bolt here. That's a lot. Let's just get a Blood Crypt tapped here. We'll still Bolt, but I want to do a little less to my face. Bolt, Death Shadow. It's Death Shadow, then Bolt. Death Shadow, Bolt in response so that I get both triggers. I'm okay, everyone. I really am okay. Ah! Why have I done this? All right, Boros Charm here. All right, it was all planned. We got the Scourge. We got the Scourge. It'll be okay. Not really. Cast. Bolt you out of the way before you prowess craziness. Go! Oh, don't have a Boros Charm. Don't have a Boros Charm. I think we win. Dun 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 dun. No path, please. Not fetching here. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are we doing, opponent? What are you doing? I don't feel good about this attack now. Dang it. Deflecting Palm beats us? Maybe it was good that the Death Shadow didn't happen. Would have died so much faster. You want your money back? I actually, now seeing that, I don't think the Death Shadow would have done anything differently there. We would have gone to blast them with the Temur Battle Rage and they would have deflecting palmed us. Oh my gosh. What? Cheek is red from the palm. I imagine Burn's a difficult matchup, and I definitely punted the Death Shadow, but yeah. I mean, do you try to get Lurrus faster? We don't have any way to protect, unlike Grixis, where Grixis would be protecting the creatures. That was crazy. They're all like, I got this guy. This guy dead. And I cried all the way to the bank. I mean, I can't wait for an Inquisition or Thoughtseize there. I'm at 4. What's funny is I would have been at 2 if I would have Death Shadowed. And if I would have done that, then who knows what would have happened. All right, let's declare Lyris here. Yeah. Inquisition Scourge here, Thoughtseize. A little bit of a pain land, but it won't be burn again. Yeah, Stubborn and now is really good. That's the main reason to probably play Grixis along with some of that filtering that you get. Polluted Delta for our opponent. Look, it's probably Grixis Death Shadow. All right, let's take a peek, see what's happening. We got this, Calcium. We got this. Ooh. Okay. I guess I'll just take the Mana Leak here. Take the Mana Leak, plan to take the Fatal Push. They'll take a little bit of damage and I'll play the Scourge down and start smashing their face in. Man, now we have kind of a slow hand. We have an interactive hand, but it's a slow hand against them. Interesting choice there to just slap that in sideways. Okay, now I can fetch Shock. Let's go ahead and start with that Inquisition. Cryptic and Teferi here. Verdant Catacombs and go. I almost want to fetch Shock and like bolt myself here. So I can get 2 things down. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Play a Scourge. They're at 0. They haven't fetched. Awkward. All right, Hex Drinker it is and Death Shadow here with an increased 1. All right, we didn't punt twice. Only 1 punts this league. Got to pump up this Hex Drinker. We almost did. You almost threw your phone. What's this fluffy guy doing? In for damage here, and then we'll get the Scourge down. I fear no Wrath effect. My opponent got stuck on 2 lands here. Almost big punt. We stopped ourselves. We're learning. The old noodle's working today. I'm just giving you your full entertainment value, Calcium. That's what we're doing here. Another bit of a non-game here for our opponent. It is of the Esper varieties, though. So all this looks good, and I just don't like Dismember and Fatal Pushes here. That's 6. This is 8 I want. Let's see here. I want Veils first. Probably don't mind Angrass and then Kroxa. And like Assassin's Trophy is Assassin's Trophy. Like, oh, okay. Oh, you're right. We could trim Bolt. But Bolt's so good. 1 mana 7/7 and a 2 mana 12/12. Unearth versus Rip. I kind of like the idea if they were to counter something, I could just unearth it back. Obviously, I have the Veil to protect a little bit, but I throw down a, you know, Tarmogoyf turn 2 and they just Mana Leak it. Then Unearth plus like another Tarmogoyf or Scourge at that point's probably fine. Maybe I take one Lightning Bolt out for 1 Assassin's Trophy. I don't really want to give them more mana, but if they get a problematic card, it would be nice to be able to get rid of it. I don't know. Maybe I'll just hit a land. I kind of like that swap. I mean, Unearth can also just be a cycle, which isn't a bad thing either. Let's declare Lyris here. I do 1,000 damage to myself and can play Death Shadow followed by Lyris. And I make them sacrifice their first Planeswalker. I don't think this is a keep. How fast can you do this? 3, 6. You gotta turn 3 Death Shadow? Because I don't have Thoughtseize. I want Thoughtseize Inquisition, right? Or Veil. Let's mulligan this. I need to be applying pressure. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Do I put back a land here? Maybe I don't because I've got the Kroxa. I like that the Tarmogoyf's going to show up here. I like that I have a Bobble. I kind of just want to get rid of maybe the Peatland here. Maybe I keep the Peatland and go get the Blood Crypt off of this so that I have a Pain land here. Let's do that. This feels correct. Can draw if I flood out. And then also the Bloodstained Mire, and this will interact well with getting closer to Death Shadow. Let's try this. And I can use this to check the top of my library here for this Bloodstained Mire. See what's going on top. What if Foothills? I think I'm going to have to go ahead and take that draw. Helps speed out the Death Shadow here. And I like that it's getting me closer to Kroxa with a few more fetch lands. Will also allow me to go grab Lurrus here. So we can put that over there. Seems appropriate. I don't believe I want to fire off a bolt at their face here. I think the bolt's better reserved for, say, like a Jace, a Teferi, or something like that. Some Planeswalker I've got to deal with. A little afraid of a Teferi here on turn 3 that bounces like Tarmogoyf. A Hallowed Fountain, okay. Still think I fetch and shock here with the Blood Crypt, but no bolt. All right, flooding out a little bit on lands, but this is probably okay for us. Let's go get an Overgrown Tomb. And I think I'm just gonna play Tarmogoyf past the turn. See what's up, let's see the Spell Snare. No Spell Snare, yes. Teferi, bounce Tarmogoyf, do your thing. Opt. Then I can bolt in like Kroxa or something. Bolt Tarmogoyf, Kroxa. Kroxa gets rebought if I do that. Ooh, they're just giving me the turn back like that blue mage they are. All right, let's attack. Fetch shock again here. Running out of lands to shock with and stuff. Let's try Death Shadow first. I want to do this because if they do some sort of counter or whatever, that's fine. And then I'll do a Kroxa here. We might be running ourselves straight into a Supreme Verdict or other Wrath of God effect. But I like that we have this Lurrus. I like that we can basically do Kroxa next turn as well in the face of that. Path to Exile is a pain on the Kroxa if they want to do that to us. We'll manage. We're at 4 mana. At 6, you can get Lurrus and bring it back. Gets rid of an Engineered Explosives, an interesting card to get rid of with the Kroxa. Not taking damage, but definitely something that could have gotten rid of some of these. Opponent's got Path. Celestial Purge here takes care of Death Shadow. Land. Cryptic Command is online. Fetching. Smart to fetch with the Polluted Delta. Godless Shrine. Very, very Esper. Very, very Esper. Supreme Verdict. Jace. Bounce. Bounces Tarmogoyf. Bounces Tarmogoyf. This is really good. I just bolt this, play the Tarmogoyf, leave up Veil. And if this bolt doesn't go through to Jace, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, got a 5/6 Tarmogoyf. Celestial Purge is pretty good. Gets red and black. We see it a lot against Blood Moon. All right, we've got the Veil. I want to see that Cryptic Command try to snag this Kroxa when I've got extra land. I think it is Kroxa next turn. I don't know if we're supposed to be afraid of Terminus / Supreme Verdict / Wrath of God. And that would be a reason to just kind of leave it in the graveyard for a little bit and just get like Lurrus instead. Obviously, I'm attacking first. That's the obvious plan here first. We can now Thoughtseize. Like attack here, check the Thoughtseize. If they go to counter this, maybe I bail it and then put a Lurrus into hand. If it's all clear, I could even Kroxa here. All right, Calico, take care. This seems solid right here. This is tough because I'm sure they have some sort of like Cryptic Command. Encounter like draw feels like it's just you've got to veil it. Oh. We're gonna sacrifice a creature. They didn't get rid of my graveyard here. Okay. So Tarmogoyf gone. It's not a targeting ability, unfortunately. Esper Charm and a Snapcaster Mage. What can they do here? They Snap Purge. Snap Purge or Kaya's Guile feels bad. So I think I have to just give them the Esper Charm here. So goodbye Snapcaster. And we're going to Kroxa with no Veil backup because their hand is weak. Thoughtseize, land, and Lightning Bolt, leaving Tarmogoyf plus Bobble for Lurrus later. This is not in hand currently. And my opponent now discards the Esper Charm. I guess, yeah. I leave them with Esper Charm and totally forget that we're just going to make them discard anyway. Better to do this instead of them flashing in a Snapcaster and just getting a creature. All right, what's the top of the library? They're playing something. Don't do it. What is this? No. Oh, it's another Esper Charm. Draws 2 cards. Okay. No path, Fatal Push, or Purge, please. No attack. Means they got a block, I think. Go to combat. Now I just want to slam a Hexdrinker. Give it all the protections. Down to 4, Watery Grave. We block. I'm not going to give the Hexdrinker protection here because I have the Veil. Instead, I'm going to put Lurrus to hand so that if they do board wipe here, I could play Lurrus plus like Kroxa. All right, going straight to combat here. I feel like they've got Cryptic Command. Tap, all creatures draw. Okay. To me, this is an Inquisition turn right here. Take a peek at what else they got. They got Drown plus land here. And then we're going to pump up Hexdrinker. This way it has protection. And then I have just the Veil. My opponent's not going to bolt, snap, bolt me here. They had Flooded Strand and they just drew a card. It's got to be a Wrath here. And even if it's a Wrath, we'll probably be working the Lurrus and the Kroxas to get them done. We take down Esper Control and get there. Woo! There we go. There we go. 2-1. It's working out. It's like we know what's going on here a little bit. Sparkling water. It is a tired deck. It is a tired deck. It's tiring. Whew. All right. For 20 lands, for whatever reason, and this is just probably me, I get 1 or I get like 7. There's no 2 or 3 lands very often. It's just 1 or 7. Thoughtseize with Fatal Push is interesting, and I have plenty of lands, but I don't think this is what I want. I think you have to send this one back and go, that's great, I can take a peek, but so what? It's a lot of lands. Let's mulligan this. We can do better. Oh, no lands. All right. See? 7, 1. Do I think this list is better than the one with my sister? I don't know. It's just more grindy. It's just more grindy here. Let's do it this way. We're going to use this bauble and try to find something, and then we'll bolt them. We'll fetch shock, and then we'll get these scourges. Ooh. Little mill action? Is that a little mill action I see there? Maybe. All right. Bauble. Take a peek here. It's another Mishra's Bauble, which is not what I want. All right. Bauble draws a Hex Drinker. Oh no. This is not what I thought it was. Alright, we'll go ahead and bolt them. We got to get them dead soon. Land here, I need it. We do hit. It's really good. Scourge. They could inverter us at any point here. We may be close to dead. Who knows? Land, Phyrexian, Unlife, Spoils. I sit here and cry. This is a combo list for sure. There's a Jace. Okay, it's at 5. Interesting. Do I need a Temur Battle Rage and kill the Jace here? Probably, right? I think it's got to be kill Jace here. I'm too afraid of them just getting rid of everything and comboing here. I mean, they have 2 blue plus rainbow land here. I think killing the Jace gives us a chance here, especially if I can find like a fetch. Fetch and a shock here would play Hex Drinker Scourge and really be hitting them. All right, let's see what happens. Double strike on the Jace here, 3 and 3. Go ahead, opponent. They milled our Unearth, by the way, in an Overgrown Tomb. Worth noting. City of Brass here takes a point of damage. Doesn't grow our Scourge yet because we haven't been able to fetch and shock again. Down to 14, though. Uses this for a Pentab Prism. Okay. We have 4 mana available to them. There's Inverter. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Well, they just play that down and win. I can't Thoughtseize at instant speed. Jace is on top of their library. Dang. Let's see what else they had. Pretty good from them. Pick up Jace, play the Jace. Dang. So killing Jace there. I mean, they had the inverter, so if I didn't kill the Jace, they were going to just win anyway. Cheesed out by inverter. Kind of did. Kind of did. Combo, huh? Combo, huh? It'd be super funny to Cleansing Wildfire them after they've tried to get rid of their graveyard. I don't know if that's the right play, but it would be hilarious. Dismember seems like it's a no-go here. Even Fatal Push, like, when my opponent does their thing, they win. So this could get rid of the Jace or the creature. Unravel can get rid of a Phyrexian Unlife in response to, say, a Spoils, making me wonder if the Veil might be worth it. Veil doesn't stop it. It's just a counter kind of thing. But cleansing, like, taking them off of a land would be hilarious. And then sacrificing Pentaprisms is not a bad idea. Phyrexian Unlife, and then this. Assassin's Trophy is a maybe here. I need enough ways to kill them, too. I'm worried that, like, Hexdrinker is going to be too slow. What if I take Hexdrinkers completely out here and consider Kroxa just as a way to make them discard? I know Cleansing Wildfire looks a little bit strange. Combo works. Inverter basically makes it so that you take your graveyard, you make it your library, and then you have Jace or Thassa's that wins the game. ETB, basically, kind of strategies. The Unravel here is just so that when they do Spoils plus Phyrexian Unlife, I can maybe hit the Unravel, and then I want the Veil to block any counter to this. That being said, as soon as they do that, they can then name something different than Abandon Hope. I guess I probably really want these Assassin's Trophies over the Cleansing Wildfires. Cleansing Wildfire is just cute. This is going to be rough. It's just going to be rough here because of the way that they're a combo deck and we just have some Thoughtseizes to disrupt it, and then I need to just bash phase. So we want a aggressive hand, which... This is aggressive, it just doesn't interact very well with my opponent. So if they have the combo here on like turn 3 or 4, we just lose. I am on the play. Fetch Shock, then Tarmogoyf, followed by Scourge plus Temur Battle Rage. I mean, it's pretty quick. I'm going to give it a try. I don't think I want to just dig to find ways to make them discard here. I'm okay with trying to beat them down fast enough. Whoops. We'll get an Overgrown Tomb to start things off. Little Shelldock for my opponent. We're going to be playing Tarmogoyf first. Shocking all the way as we can, so Death Shadow is possibly a playable card. This is good. That's really good, actually. Little Tarmogoyf. It's a tiny one. A 1/2. Seachrome and a Shelldock here. There's a Talisman. All right. I don't believe my opponent could kill me here. Let's think. Land, Phyrexian Unlife. Yeah, no, we're good. We're gonna keep up what appears to be a Veil. We need to apply pressure to our opponent. We don't need to unravel just yet. A Reflecting Pool. Another talisman. They're ramping. Alright, so there's the unlife. Alright. There be the unlife. I can unravel here and play Scourge after an attack. Unraveling will grow Tarmogoyf and I'll hit for a good chunk, and then we can Temur Battle Rage the following turn. What's nice is this is shuffle into their library, which is cool. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's fetch and shock. Play a new Scourge and attack them for 3. Okay. I love the trample side of Temur Battle Rage, but it may not be necessary. Alright. We'll attack. And 4, 8, 9, 10. Temur Battle Rage is lethal. It's probably worth just going for it and seeing if they have interaction here. Doesn't look like they do. There you go. Ah, Angel's Grace. There you go. All right. Put them to 1. Spoils of the Vault. They have one more card here. My double striking takes them to 1. Spoils the Vault probably takes them to the 1. They picked up a Thassa's Oracle, which has me really nervous what the last cards are here. Just overcommit. Good luck, opponent. Thassa's Oracle, Angel's Grace, Spoils of the Vault is what they need. No can do. No can do. All right, so we did get enough. The Unravel the Aether was really good because they did have the Spoils and the Angel's Grace. They were going to be able to probably combo out and kill us, so it worked out. It worked out. Really wondering if I need this Veil. My opponent does appear to be fairly all in on everything. I could have 2 Hex Drinkers instead. People. Glass bottle. Does the Veil make sense here? Elliot Dragon. Hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome, party of 60. Hello, dragons. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, dragonlings. Draglings? Dragoons? Veil of Summer. Look at that icon, by the way. Elliot's dragon's icon is pretty sweet. Whelps? Could be whelps. Hatchlings. Could be a lot of things. Thank you so much for the raid and welcome. Happy Wednesday to you all. I hope your stream went well. What were you playing? What were you doing? Do I want this Veil? The Veil's probably just smarter to have in case they try to interact with us. Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it. All right, Laris. Sit on the sidelines. Here we go. Opponent keeps 7. We have a Lightning Bolt that doesn't do much, an Unearth that doesn't do much, Veil to protect something, but we're not checking their hand. This has got to be a mulligan. Look for interaction since we're not on the play and we can't necessarily race them. Let's mulligan. I don't think a Tarmogoyf is going to get me there. All right, I have the Unravel. That's one way to interact. I could get rid of the Bolt, keep Kroxa, Veil, Bobble. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Use our Bobble appropriately here. Let's see what we can do. I don't feel too bad about it. Thoughtseize off the top would be great. No Thoughtseize. Let's use our Bauble as a scry for us. It's a Tarmogoyf off the top. Do we want a Tarmogoyf? Tarmogoyf's not bad. I take the Tarmogoyf. I'm either playing Tarmogoyf or Unravel. I almost want to just play Kroxa, possibly. I'm going to take a fetch here. I think I've got better things to get than Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf's a clock here, and agreed, but I almost want to have, like, Thoughtseize here to really target whatever they have. Angrath's actually not a bad pickup here. I guess I bail. Yeah. I don't want them stealing these two cards. Veiled. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be complaining. That's pretty good, right? Look, Assassin's Trophy. This is getting great. All right, let's just do the Kroxa things. I feel pretty safe with the board state right now. Got to draw, make them discard a random card here. Feeling safe-ish. Urborg. City of Brass. There's the Phyrexian Unlife, so we're going to just unravel, I think, here. Can't quite Death Shadow, right? Fetch Shock. Fetch Shock. It's 3. Oh, I could. I could get a Death Shadow down. I don't think I want to Assassin's Trophy this. I think I want to go ahead and unravel it. It does put it back into the library for them to use later. Let's get a Blood Crypt here. And this does let me do Death Shadow. I do have Kroxa as well, and I have 2 interactive spells I can play next turn. Fetching and Shocking, making our Death Shadow a 4/4. It's coming together. I'm getting there. Okay. See that Jace. Inverter. I don't feel very good about this. They're inverting 2 cards here with 2 in the hand. I need a removal. I need a Thoughtseize here. Thoughtseize or Inquisition. They do have Shelldock Isle here. Maybe I'm just Assassin's Trophying the Shelldock Isle, hoping that that's where the Thassa is. Well, too bad I can't make them discard 2 cards here. Endermeep, it just was in the list. Well, Thoughtseize and Urborg went to the library, so this is a Stone Rain. Oh, Heliod, there you go. I can't make them discard both. I have to assume this is the threat here. I'm gonna Fetch Shock to get rid of Angrath here, or to use Angraths on here. Sacrifice a creature, please. If they have Jace in their hand, then we're just done. But if they don't, and they have to use the Shelldock Isle, then we've got them. So, if they have the Urborg on top, then they can play Jace. If they don't, I'm not sure we can kill them with them at 11. There you go. Thassa was underneath the Sheldock, or the or the Jace. Or the Jace. Cleansing Wildfire is not a bad idea with the Sheldocks. We just didn't go the full tilt towards land destruction there, but we get there. Nice. We even shuffled away the Goyf and then it ended up getting things, and we ended up, what, getting that Assassin's Trophy because we did that. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Nice. 3-1. Doing all right. We're doing all right. Okay, final match here of this league. See if we can squeeze out a 4-1 Jund Death Shadow here in Modern. The positive record was achieved, exactly. That's got to feel good for Calcium. All right, here we go. Opponent's just starting their league, and we're just ending our league. Funny how that works. Well, I mean, it's tempting, right? By the way, they always have this Temur Battle Rage. I think I keep this and just go aggressive at my opponent and lean heavily on the baubles here. Technically, a 3-2 with Jund is a 5-0. There you go. I like the way you think. I like the way you think. All right, a little stomping ground here. Oh no. How do we feel about these thought seizes now? Well, about this hand. Man, this feels awkward. I mean, yeah, I think we have to try to take a cathartic here. How can I see you 0-0? Look at chat, 3 messages above you. Have I ever been to a pig show? No? I don't think so. I haven't been to what I assume would be like a rodeo or something. We're gonna use Bobble on ourselves to scry. I guess, why are we scrying? We're gonna try this Thoughtseize. On Blood Crypt seems fine here. Please help us. Please don't be amazing right here. Okay. Another Shriekhorn or a Merchant. This is a discard and then draw, and there's a Stinkweed here. So I guess I want to take the Merchant over the Shriekhorn, but double Shriekhorn's rough too. Yeah, Scourge will get wrecked here. This is going to be a really tough matchup. Do I just like hope that their wild, crazy Shriekhorns are not very good? I guess. I really don't want them to activate Stinkweed here. I'm not going to go after them with the Shriekhorn here. The Baubles just doesn't give me any information. I mean, I guess, well. Yeah, I guess we'll see what's going on. See what that top card is. Watch it be Stinkweed. That's a land. Bloodstained Mire's not that scary, I suppose. Shriekhorn activation plus Shriekhorn. Oh boy. Not to mention that they can cast Stinkweed soon. Alright. Prized Amalgam. Can beat. Draw for me. Mills. Copperline Bloodstained. Death Shadow Inquisition. Alright, if they don't play Shriekhorn for whatever reason, I'll obviously Inquisition. Shriekhorn here, though. Mills into a Life from the Loam. And plays Blood Crypt. Alright. So. Guess we're just playing 2 Death Shadows and seeing what's going to happen here. Fetch, Shock, Blood Crypt. Death Shadow 1, Death Shadow 2. Please don't end me. Life from the Loam here. What's funny is now, if they're not careful and they get over creeping chills, things could get really weird. Life from the Loam and a Stinkweed here. Okay. Goes to draw. Life from the Loam was chosen. We have Bloodghast. More Shriekhorns. Prized Amalgam Bloodghast here. They have not hit a Creeping Chill just yet. I want them to use Ox. If they would just be so kind as to use Ox here, they'd have a high probability of hitting something for us. Are we just gonna cast a Stinkweed here? Oh, they're doing Ox. I want them to hit a few Creeping Chills. This is the plan. I want them to hit a few. Their life total will be really high, but then my Death Shadows will be strong. Here's some Prize Amalgams. There's one Creeping Chill. There's some Narcomoebas. Do I even win this? It's a lot of things that can block. This can flag. I don't know how I feel about this. They chose not to use the Creeping Chill, by the way, because that's an option they have. Time to get coffee. I'm at 12. Opponent Life from the Loams. And can get 3 lands. Do we even have an out here? Shock puts me to 10. This puts me to 8. 8 makes these 5/5s. It's not enough. I needed to be like a fetch shock. Because these 5/5s, this is 10, 15. They undoubtedly block something. $12. I can block 2 things. I'll just block here, here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus this is 5, which is easy. Shiny Red Ball, 12 months. Camber, thanks for the year. I mean, Shock Thoughtseize doesn't do it, right? Shock Thoughtseize puts me to 8, which is 5. Then they just kill me. If I don't do anything this turn, what happens? They attack with everything. I block this. I take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Life from the Loam, getting lands back for this, which is enough to kill me. Shock Goyf. You know what? Let's try it. We'll do a Shock and a Goyf here. The problem is if they go over any creeping chills here, then they're good. I'm going to get rid of at least a card out of their hand. Oh, it's 3 Stinkweeds. 3 Stinkweeds. And we'll remain everything back on defense here, but I just don't... I'm at 10 now, which means future Bloodghasts are a problem. This card's a problem here. Life from the Loam. Yeah, they took the top Life from the Loam here. Now they just get all kinds of stuff here. There's Creeping Chill putting me to 7. 6, 5, 4, 3. I'm at 3 here with a conflag that they can use for 3. That's a good game. Life from the Loam just makes it even more damage here. All right, we got to beat Dredge here in game number 2 and 3. That's going to be a tall order, I think. Gonna be a tall order. We can do it, though. We can do it. Soul Guide Lantern. And that's it. This is like the Soul Guide Lantern and get the Lurrus so that you can just keep doing this over and over. That's probably our plan, honestly. We just need a little bit of removal, probably. This is probably just, what, 2 Hex Drinkers out for this? Just keep as much removal so I can remove it and then play Soul Guide Lantern and hopefully Lurrus Soul Guide Lantern repeatedly. That or I attack really quick. It's got to be it. There's not much else I have here. I really don't want to make them discard too much. Maybe I just take out a pair of Thoughtseize here, make them both the Hex Drinkers. What about Cleansing Wildfire here? Kind of goof up their mana a little bit. Over 2 more Thoughtseizes. Maybe I don't want that, but I take 2 Thoughtseizes out for like 2 Angraths. Let's try that. I don't know. We don't have very much for Dredge, so we just got to go with, I think, what we got. Yeah, I know they have I know they have 1 to 2 basics. I know they'll have them. We can't keep this. Let's mulligan this. I could get rid of the Dismember and do like Hexdrinker Tarmogoyf here, plus Bobble. It just doesn't hit the graveyard. Can I keep looking for the Soul Guide Lanterns? I'm on the play. Let's get rid of a Dismember here. We'll use Bobble as a scry for us. Guess it shouldn't really matter here because we have the Hex Drinker I want to play. Maybe they're just going to look for ways to interact with like a Leyline of the Void, and then I get really lucky that they went for like Nature's Claim in their opening hand, and their first 1 or 2 Dredge isn't very good, and then our creatures kill them. At least I can see what their draw is. We'll go get an Overgrown Tomb, Hex Drinker, and take a peek. All right, Stinkweed's in hand. We take a draw here. Well, Temur Battle Rage is a way to finish the game quicker. Copperline Gorge. No follow-up. There's a Death Shadow. All right. Going all the way here. Fetch Shock, Blood Crypt here. Let's attack and Tarmogoyf. So we just got to beat what looks to be probably Cathartic Reunion. Here we go. Let's see that Cathartic Reunion. Pitch that Stinkweed Imp. Let's go. Bloodstainmire for our opponent. Ooh. Oh. Well, I'm going to attack for 4. And we're just going to pass the turn leveling up Hex Drinker. I'm going to do this just once, so that I have a Fatal Push or Dismember in the off chance they play Stinkweed here. Just a random off chance. That way I can use my mana efficiently to get rid of it. That gets me a creature plus instant in the graveyard. Temur Battle Rage on, say, Tarmogoyf, looking pretty strong. And this has, like, Death Touch, so, you know. All right, we need that stinkweed not to hit anything too crazy here. 4, this is 8, 9, 10. That puts them to 1. I want to put them to 1, right? This was the only thing they played. I've now killed it. I don't want to play the Scourge, do I? Do I want to attack, play Scourge? It's probably attack, play a Scourge here, and then I have Temur Battle Rage to go over anything. And unless they get an absolutely bonkers mill here, we should win. Narcomoeba, Bloodghast, Golgari Thug, Prized Amalgam. That looks good. I can beat that. I can beat that. Okay. Yeah, Scourge seems a little safer. 3 mana Stinkweed. Cool. We got him. We got him. Well, it looks like we got him. 10-10. Yeah, they need like quad chill or a conflag in there. Some other stuff going on. Nice. Combat. Hiya! I'm gonna go ahead and Fatal Push the Narcomoeba just to get it out of the way. They only can block one thing here. This is 4, 5, 6. We're good. We're good. Smack. Smack them. Yeah. Gonna Temur Battle Rage here. And unless they have a way to kill a 10-10, which would be probably Fatal Push only, we get there. Doing the 10-10 instead of doing something like this because Lava Axe is a thing. Nice. It's a lot of damage. They don't quite die to push. Oh, I guess. Yes, if they fetch, they would die to push. Truth. Because I pushed their creature. I think I just keep it. I need them to be a little bit unlucky, right? Exactly. Graeus has got the math, because we do math here occasionally. Alright, my opponent keeps 7 this time. They keep 7 this time. And I've got a Hex Drinker. I could do the Hex Drinker and just forgo my Graveyard Hate. Remember, I only have 2 of them. Hex Drinker play, then Tarmogoyf play. And from there, we then boost Hex Drinker. I'm just so afraid that if I don't have the Soul Guide Lantern here, I'm just going to lose. But I don't know if I can mulligan and just try to find the 2 of. If I mulligan, what am I looking for? Just Soul Guide Lantern? I mean, what's a Scourge and a Death Shadow gonna do? Probably not a lot. Tarmogoyf and Hexdrinker are our best attackers. That's true, we could draw with the Peatland too. I think I'm gonna keep this. I think we're just a bit unfavored here anyway, and I like that I have some pressure here. Let's see what my opponent starts with. Yep, okay. Well, it sort of looks fine. I'm gonna just slap down a Hex Drinker here off of a basic forest. I'm not gonna try to drop our life total too much here. There's a Prized Amalgam. Corey after this one, yeah. Lightning Axe and a Bloodstain Mire. Shriekhorn does not hit anything. That's good for us. Wooded Foothills. Fetch and Shock. Blood Crypt here. 2 mana, red and black. Cathartic Reunion ditches a Stinkweed. We see ourselves a Narcomoeba and a Creeping Chill here. There is a Bloodghast. There is no life from the loam currently. Okay. There's a bunch of Prized Amalgams, though. He's growing the Goist, but now he has a bunch of Prized Amalgams. I mean, I guess Tarmogoyfs block Prized Amalgams pretty well right now. Okay, we'll just shock in here and play a Goyf and pass the turn. Here goes the Shriekhorn again. Hitting Bloodghast and Golgari Thug. Golgari Thug's the only thing. They're lucky to have hit that. Hits another Creeping Chill, taking me down to 11 probably. I'm really worried about a Life from the Loam in their hand. This coming turn I can fetch, go get basic Fatal Push one of these, Tarmogoyf as well. If they have a land or Life from the Loam, they're going to get 2 Bloodghast back. I'm at 11 though, so they don't get haste. Tarmogoyf's a solid 5/6 though. Do I just take 6 here? Do I need to block 2 things? I probably have to block 2 things. They're gonna play a land Bloodghast and get this back, aren't they? So I'll take less damage here. Please no land, please no Life from Loam. There's the land. Looks like we're gonna be 3-2 here. Opponent's got 5 cards in their hand. I have Goyf plus Fatal Push. Block, block, and shoot this. I go to 7 either way. There's a Golgari Thug too. And the Prized Amalgam comes back. Well, extra Tarmogoyf. Block, block, can shoot this one. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to 1. I'm going to 1, and my opponent's going to have a flyer here. 3 Prized Amalgams they could potentially get back in the future. Bloodghast, and a Golgari Thug. That being said, they've run out of Dredgers. They hit just enough at the right times. Block, block. I believe I have a basic Swamp still, which keeps me alive only just. And if they have, what? Creature? Get the Goyf to a 7/8 and TBR. There you go. And hope they don't chump block with their last thing here. Cast a Creeping Chill? We're dead. 3-2 with the Jund Death Shadow taking on a little bit of Dredge there at the end. Got ourselves beaten up by Burn, but otherwise doing fairly well against the other 3 lists and knocking it out of the park. Here's your list, a little bit different than some of the Jund Death Shadow lists with Monastery Swiftspear. This one's got the Hex Drinker in it, and I kind of like that. It actually kind of fits my style a little bit better. When you're playing the Swiftspear and attacking, it's a little more aggressive than sometimes I like to be. I like the kind of grindiness. Jund being Jund, exactly, Calcium. Thank you so much for the Bio League as well. Appreciate you supporting the stream. And I think the list is pretty cool. Actually, to me, I think I like the Jund Death Shadow a little bit more than the Grixis one. And the reason is you can do things like the Hex Drinker. You could put Dark Confidants in there. You could do a variety of other things versus doing Thought Scours, Stubborn Denials, and Snapcaster Mages. Each flavor has its pros and cons. This one's been popping up quite a bit lately. Taking the unearths out, yeah, don't do the unearths. So the things that I think were a bit, don't worry about the 2 unearths. You don't have anything that's super hasty here. If you had something that was like hasty or aggressive, I'd say maybe the unearth so you can like Lightning Skelemental, for example. Maybe you buy back your Lurrus, but you saw most of the times we weren't like getting Lurrus for the most part. So unearths, probably easy removal here. 1 Hex Drinker potentially could be part of that, and that gives you 3 slots to do something else with. What you do with that is something else, totally up to you. Could be Dark Confidence, could be Magnetic Channelers to be that more grindy version of Jund. Could be Swift Spear style approaches to be more aggressive type of Jund. Sideboard, I think your sideboard was just about on point. The only thing that I could see is maybe Weather the Storm, but then that plays incorrectly with your Scourges and your Death Shadows anyway, so that's probably not a great idea. So it's kind of tricky because you have to manage your life total against something like that. Maybe something that's like an extra 1 or 2. I would say Fatal Pushes, but maybe like Blood Chiefs. I know you already have 4 Fatal Pushes. Maybe Blood Chiefs or something else. Tough to say. Maybe you just don't play for the burn matchup. You gotta take those lumps when they show up. But maybe an unearth or 2 out for sure. Maybe one of Hex Drinker or keep the Hex Drinker. Maybe it's like a Grim Flayer. Make it a lot more Brock style. Maybe it's the Swift Spear style. Make it a little more the aggressive Jund one. Either route I think is fine. Find the playstyle that makes the most sense for you and jam it out. But yeah, thank you so much for the league. It was fun to play. It's fun to play something like this. Very grindy. That's Jund. Death Shadow.